Welcome to this Focus On with me, Zanele Morrison. East Africa's economies are showing resilience with growth projected at approximately 5.1% in 2024, while inflation is likely to ease by the end of the year. But what does that mean for the financial institutions like Old Mutual? We speak to Arthur Oginga, the MD for Old Mutual East Africa, to unpack more on this. Arthur, thank you so much, I think, for your time. And it's going to be interesting for us to delve into Old Mutual's strategy for the continent. And you and I are going to focus on East Africa. And to kick us off, give me a view of how many customers at present are part of your business, and how do you see penetration growing, say, in 2025 and 2026?
Zanele, thank you very much for having us on the show. In East Africa, we have about 1.9 million customers, growing off about 1.5 million 4 years ago. Our objective is to double our customer base over the next 10 years, and by 2026, 2.3 million. The growth will be anchored on our strategy on being our customers' first choice to sustain, grow, and protect their prosperity over time. As an integrated financial services company, we offer a wide array of financial services and products to customers, focusing on their wellness holistically. So that doubling of our customer base is predicated on providing holistic wellness solutions.
So in order to do that, you are dealing with markets that we can never assume they're not the same. They're very, very different. How do you begin to get a full understanding of these customers? So because you can only but provide them with what they need. How do you go about determining that?
So in East Africa, we are present in 4 markets, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and South Sudan. We offer our services through broadly 4 business lines: asset management, short-term insurance, long life assurance, as well as banking services in Kenya. Whilst products may be slightly different, financial needs generally are broadly the same across the different markets in East Africa. Our teams working together under that IFS strategy really bring to life the solutions that ensure that our customers' financial needs are solved. And that, to me, Zanele, is the key thing, that we focus on solving the needs of our customers, rather than just selling products that are generic. The nature of savings or life assurance products is that they generally are tied and designed for specific customer needs over a period of time based on their aspirations and goals. So this is not going to be something new to us as Old Mutual.
And what you've had to do is change the brand. If I have it correct, you were operating under UAP before, and now it's Old Mutual. How is this market able to absorb the Old Mutual brand and come to love it as they loved and are consistent to so many other brands in their markets?
So Old Mutual is not new to East Africa and Kenya in particular. We've been in Kenya for well over 100 years. As a brand across the continent, we are proud of our #1 status as the top insurance brand on the continent. We've introduced the Old Mutual brand into Rwanda, shortly into Uganda and into South Sudan. initially under the dual brand, UAP Old Mutual, and in Rwanda now as a single Old Mutual brand. I think the markets have adopted and accepted the brand, given, as I said to you, that it is a well-known insurance brand on the continent. Having said that, ultimately it's about how the customer experiences us as Old Mutual. And we've been focusing a lot in the last couple of years on improving our customer experience. Our NPS scores are telling us we are actually in the right direction to ensure brand loyalty and customer satisfaction.
And none of this is happening by accident. I mean, there's a lot of data and information that you're constantly collecting, not only on brand, but on customer experience. Are you picking up that in general, the consumers in East Africa are as stretched as many consumers in other parts of the world? And now that they both are stressed and they're facing these financial pressures, how is it that you are able to still provide them with solutions that help them to secure their family and their futures?
So no doubt about it, the consumer is currently stretched. We carried out a survey at the end of last year, which indicated that the consumer in Kenya in particular is quite stretched financially. Having said that, this is probably the time to really consider your financial objectives and goals. This is not the time to stop or to suspend the solutions that you have adopted. I think customers will generally be worse off as a result. This is the time to actually engage with us to see how we can help you get through this tough time. And quite a number of our consumers or our customers in the banking side, as well as the life assurance and short-term assurance, are speaking to us, and we are providing solutions to help them get through these tough times.
And the consumer is starting to actually understand, I think, how to take care of others when they've left. So part of your basket, for example, is life assurance and short-term insurance, really a business that enables them to secure their futures. But based on what you're saying as well, what are some of the highlights of what you've managed to achieve in your half-year performance, for the region?
Thanks, Zanele. It's we are quite proud of what we have achieved as Old Mutual East Africa in a rather difficult operating environment. We have had adverse weather conditions in the year, which led to significant flood-related claims. We have had elevated medical costs as a result of both government policy changes as well as the flood conditions and the frequency of medical attention. Despite that, we have managed to report a profit after a number of years of losses. We have moved into the black. And we are looking forward to what the H2 continuing in the same trajectory. We are looking at new products, and as the leader in health insurance, cybercrime protection, alternative investments, as well as our multi-currency unit trusts business, we are excited about where we are going with our customers and the growth in the customer base.
And I want to touch on, I think, some of the bigger picture or the revolutionary work you're doing around digital solutions to meet customer needs. Because what I'm hearing from you in the East Africa region, it's not a single business. You're doing banking in Tanzania. You're doing various things. What else can people look out for that really adds a different dimension to Old Mutual and serves needs that the continent, and especially East Africa, needs?
Zanele, our innovation hub is very busy. We are deploying some interesting innovations into the market, testing a few things. At the moment, we have a pilot program looking at telematics over the next 6 months. This will completely change the way we sell motor insurance, offering pay as you drive, pay how you drive, and offering some additional value adds to customers. Our telemedicine offering has been a hit, saving customers over 10 million Kenya shillings in the last couple of months. We are now piloting what we're calling Old Mutual Thrive, which is something that I'm particularly excited about, because it does encompass what we're talking about in terms of holistic wellness. As an example, at Old Mutual, using the Thrive platform, we have, as a consequence, embraced and provided our employees with opportunities to improve their health through fitness sessions. We are monitoring things like sleep, the amount of sleep our teams are having, and therefore, the amount of time they're at work versus at resting at home, and then putting in place solutions to ensure that our staff are taken care of. A sedentary time, we have now introduced stand-up desks for every on each of our floors, because we now see our staff need to get up more frequently. So there's a lot that this platform will offer. I'm quite excited about what it will bring to the market.
Arthur, my face had a massive smile when you talked about tracking of sleep, because I think it's ultimate. And then from there onwards, I just couldn't stop, because I think it's just absolutely so critical. And I won't say why for me, but changing the landscape of corporate and beginning with yourselves. Thank you so much for your time. It's all we have time for, and so much more behind everything you've shared. And I'm hoping that we'll get an opportunity to engage on all of those again soon. But that's all we have for you on this episode of Focus On. I'm Zanele Morrison. Thank you for tuning in.